Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your love read for August 2019, dates 15th through the 31st. This is a collective reading, so if it does not resonate with you, please check out your moon and rising signs. Your messages might be in there. Right now I'm going to ask God, my guides, my angels, my archangels, and the Holy Spirit to bless these cards with love, light, and prosperity. Thank you for the clarification, validation, and confirmation and guidance that we get through the messages in these cards. Thank you. Okay, guys. Let's see, Sagittarius, where are you headed in love? Where have you been in love? We're going to pull 3 cards. We're going to look at your recent past in regard to love, where you are now in regard to love, and where you're headed in regard to love. Okay, Sagittarius? Show us clearly the energies of Sagittarius, recent, current, and future in regard to love for August 15th through the 31st, 2019. Thank you for showing us clear and concise messages that help us understand where we are or who it is that you're visiting with. Okay. Suffering in Silence. This is the Oracle deck from the Psychic Tarot, John Holland. So the first card that we get is Suffering in Silence. And this is the same as the Nine of Swords. Okay, so basically what it's saying is you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, but you keep getting up and trying again. Okay, and this girl right here that's sitting on this rock has been through a lot, but she doesn't really look defeated, and she really doesn't look like she's suffering to me. I know that's what the card says, but what I see is a woman who is sitting there finding herself, not finding herself because she probably knows who she is, but taking time for herself and resting and looking into the light for direction because she knows that's where the best direction she could get comes from. Okay, that's the recent past energy. Currently, oh, wow. You were smart to look into the light because now you have wish fulfillment. Okay, this energy is the equivalent of the Nine of Cups. It's where all the, it's the very next cup is the Ten of Cups, which is ultimate fulfillment, happy family, all that. But right now you're at wish fulfillment. Whatever it is that you were asking for guidance on back here just recently, the universe has stepped in and said, here you go. Here we are right now. Okay, so you're walking right now in wish fulfillment. And your future is solitude. Okay, so we are going to, which is the same as the Hermit. So we're going to get some clarification on this. See where we're headed. Okay. In regard to love, show me why is the suffering in silence in Sagittarius's past placement in regard to love, August 15th through the 31st, 2019. Show me what is it that you're talking about when you say Sagittarius has been suffering in silence recently. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. They're saying the short story is, I'm hearing this, you were in a bad relationship. You have gotten out and now you're good. But before you're ready to go into another relationship, you're going within because you want to heal you so that you can be the best version of yourself. That's what I'm seeing just right this. But we're going to clarify because there could be other scenarios out there. And but that's the short version for somebody out there because they said, say it. So I did. Let's see what else is going on. What other scenarios could be going on? Page of Earth. So you were dealing with somebody who was very young, impulsive, but confident about their ability to get things done in this physical world with good ideas. The Seven of Water. Looks like that person had a lot of options, and I'm reading this as the other person's energy because this is talking about why you're looking the other way, because you were dealing with somebody younger, an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and then they had a lot of options on their plate. probably more options than what you were comfortable with. And then 6 of Earth, they were a little generous with their time, okay? And this is that same energy, the Earth, the Taurus, the Capricorn, the Virgo. And you're Sagittarius, okay? So here you are in this relationship wondering what's the deal, no commitments coming, or I thought we were in a committed relationship, whichever the case may be. And I'm by myself most of the time. So you started looking for guidance in that situation because this guy or this girl that you were involved with had way too many choices on their plate. And it was almost like you became an option instead of somebody important to them. So, and it might not even have to do with a third person. It might just have to do with their work or their career or whatever. But yeah, they were very generous with their time whenever it came to matters outside of you. Okay, so this wish fulfillment. What is your wish fulfillment that you're walking in right now? This is going to have to do with you. Okay, Sagittarius, show us guides, angels, archangels, spirits, Holy Spirit, God. Show us what it is that is showing up in Sagittarius's current position that is wish fulfillment in regard to love. Show us clearly current situation in regard to love. Okay. Happy Buddha. You're the happy Buddha. Okay, this is the 10 of Cups. This is actually the card right after the 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, and then this is the culmination of all that. So it looks like whatever situation you're in, and I'm going to go with the storyline they gave me earlier, that you have made it out of this this relationship, and you have found within yourself that, hey, guess what? You are valuable, and you can be happy outside of that relationship. You can do you all by yourself, and you're excited about that. And you're making progress. This just lit up for me whenever I put it down there. These little pearls lit up, and I don't know why I didn't talk about it. I love to talk about it. There's 6 little pearls on this side and 4 on this side, okay? So it's like, and this side is lit up. So it's like the happy Buddha is so happy because he's overcome so much. And he knows he's got a little more work to do, but not as much as he's overcome, okay? So yeah, your wish fulfillment is somewhere inside of yourself you wanted to feel like you again. Somewhere inside of yourself you wanted to feel valuable. And here's your wish being fulfilled. You're seeing the accomplishments that you've made. And I'm not even saying you've left. You may not have left, but you are definitely doing you. And then we have, wow, the High Priestess. Okay, the High Priestess is she's very inquisitive. She's very mysterious. It's like there's something inside of you, deep inside of you, that's wanting to come out. There's something very deep inside of you that feels like there's more to life than what you're living right now. And it all seems so mysterious, and it has way more to do with just spiritual. It has to do with the spiritual, it has to do with the physical, and perhaps it has to do with combining those two worlds together in your world. Perhaps you're tapping into some abilities that were opened up to you during your time of silence, where you were able to look to the light for answers. Ooh, Sagittarius, this is exciting because you know there's more to life. Again, I'm not saying you have left this other relationship. That's not what I'm saying at all. But there are some things opening up to you that you have wanted, and part of that is becoming who you really are in all of this. Okay. And 3 of Air. So yeah, you feel betrayed. You feel like, this person in this relationship is not really committed to you 100%, or they would never be on board with who you really are, or something to that nature. There's not a fulfilling aspect to this relationship. Again, I'm not saying you've left it, but what I'm saying is that whatever that deep desire was inside of you for yourself is starting to come to the surface, okay? And like I said, you've come pretty far already, and you're continuing to move forward. And I really think it has to do with some innate gifts that have been laying dormant inside you because you haven't necessarily taken the time to develop them or to even determine if they were there. And then you've got this 3 of air. You're feeling betrayed by this other situation. And like I said, I'm not seeing a third person necessarily. I'm seeing a lot of options. It could be work, could be friends, could be could be anything outside of your relationship that's taking his attention away. Okay. But this is showing that, okay, she's just going to turn her back on that situation where these other 2 birds are paying attention to each other. And again, that can be where I'm not feeling a third party, like as in an affair. I'm not. I'm feeling more about work, fishing, hunting. They call women whose husbands hunt the hunter's widow or something like. You become a widow during hunting season because he's never around or whatever. But there's something else taking his attention away from you to the extreme. And you've decided, you know what? I'm going to take my little bird, because there's a little bird right there, and I am going to find out for myself, who am I really? Who am I? And there's this big hue of light that's starting to envelop you, because it's almost like Spirit's saying, yes, who are you? Let's develop that. Let's walk this walk together. Let's do this. Let's see what it is. Because you've turned your back on you're not trying to control that anymore. You're not saying, oh, but what about me? You're no longer saying, but you should, and this should, and everything should be, do, or whatever that way. No, you've just, you've decided, okay, well, let me focus on me. And Spirit's saying, And you've got some, like I said, some mysterious gifts possibly that you didn't know you had that are probably very innate. And then, you've realized this, that there's a part of you that realizes this already, and you're extremely joyful because you've done most of the work without even realizing you were doing it. Okay? But there's a little bit more work for you to do. This is exciting, Sagittarius. Okay, so the solitude. Where are we going in the solitude? Okay, show us clearly. Why is solitude showing up in the future for Sagittarius in love? Show me what it is that this means to Sagittarius for their future in regard to love. Show me clearly, August 15th through the 31st. Okay. Messenger of water. That's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But it's more about the characteristics of this person. The messenger of water is young and possibly not necessarily emotionally mature, but wanting to be, wanting to teach themselves, learn. They're inspired, they're generous, things like that. And sometimes they can take a step a little too quick, but this is who this is. So perhaps this has got something to do with why you're going to go into solitude. What is it? Okay, I see it. I see it. See this right here? This messenger of water, who's generous and inspired and all those things, compassionate, all those things. This is who you are, right here, but this is who you see yourself as. You see yourself as the little fella that's real small, or the little girl that's real small, compared to other things that you see going on around your life. So the bigger you, the higher self you that is right now getting in touch with you in so many ways, is saying, let's go in and be quiet. Let's go in and be quiet, because you have all these characteristics, but you only see yourself as this little thing. So let's go in and be quiet. You have a calling on your life, Sagittarius. And I realize this is a love reading. Like I said, I don't know if it was this reading or another one. Sometimes love is about loving you and loving the real you that your Creator created. So yeah, your Creator loves you. They're calling you. They're calling you to this, to this awakening. They're calling you to remember who you really are in them. And you know what? They're going to teach you. If you trust them, if you continue to rely on them, to let their light guide you, they're going to teach you. That's what they want to do. They're calling you. And it's going to take you right out of your comfort zone. And they say, we know that. It's going to take you right out of your comfort zone. The important thing is to trust. Okay, see all this beautiful gold and yellow light? That's the divine. That's the divine surrounding you right there. Look, the divine is surrounding you all over right here. This is all illuminated. When you turned your back to say, I'm not going to worry about trying to get my approval from this person anymore. When you turned your back, and again, I didn't say you left the relationship, but when you turned your back on trying to get their attention and keep their attention, you decided you were going to figure out who you were, and then suddenly it's like the divine enveloped you with so much love and encouragement, because yes, you do have some incredible gifts inside of you, Sagittarius. Wow. And again, nowhere do I see that this means that you have to leave your current relationship. It's not the fulfilling relationship that you thought it was, but I'm almost positive I can tell you this. It's likely because over the years, you have given up so much of yourself for the sake of others that now that the kids are gone, this is a more mature relationship, I'm feeling like, not necessarily, but there might be that too. So if this is you, know that this is what Spirit's wanting you to know, that you've given up so much of yourself through the years for the kids and the husband and the PTA and all that other stuff, and now everybody's gone and your husband's still working and he's still, or vice versa, could be the other way around, still working, still going hunting, still going to ball games, still doing his thing, and you're home by yourself going, what the heck? What do I do now? So yeah, Spirit's got a lot for you to do. We're going to do a PS right now, and during that, I do it just because I like to always hear more. It's usually a little summary, and it usually validates or gives a few more messages in regard to the same thing. But we're going to pull that. In the meantime, if you don't mind, hit like, subscribe, and the little bell button. This lets YouTube know that this information is relevant to you. And if it's not too personal, I'd love to hear in the comments how this resonated with you and that kind of stuff. How it played out in your story, what the characters were. Okay. Yeah, they're showing this betrayal, this broken heart. You know, you felt a betrayal at some point, but it wasn't, like I said, wasn't another woman. But whenever it's like whenever we realize that we've given up so much for so many, and then the kids go off and live their own life, and the husband is still doing his thing, and we're sitting there and we're brokenhearted, because we truly are brokenhearted, because it's like, well, what now? And it may not be the case. There may be somebody out there who did have a betrayal with a broken heart. But this collective that I'm talking to, it's a different situation. It's not about an affair. It's about all the other things that keep everybody's attention focused on everything except you. Because it's time, because there's a part of you deep inside that was ready to come out and meet you. Okay, I know this is so deep. And you have the Knight of Wands, okay? So you do have within you a message to give to people. You have that within you, a message to shout to the world. You have, and you have the gifts within you to bring that message to the world. I'm really seeing some spiritual gifts like psychic abilities and stuff like that. But there's a message for you to bring to the world, to help people with. And you'll do it in victory. You're gonna go through this process, Sagittarius, brilliantly. You are brilliant. And you've got a lot to talk about. You've got a lot to share. And you've got a lot of love to give. This is very exciting. So like I said, please leave in the comments how this story plays out in your life. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and the little bell thingy. Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And have a great day. Bye.